It's a wild story. He ended up fleeing the country. He's been extradited back, now charged with federal crimes. The guy's name is William Bradoock. He claimed in a recorded phone call that he would send a Russian and Ukrainian hit squad to eliminate Anna Paulina Luna from Florida. Representative Luna was the victim of a conspiracy, apparently, to have her assassinated. You see, the story is here, and the DOJ came out with a new press release saying that an indictment has been unsealed because this guy was running against Representative Luna. She's from Florida, and apparently he wasn't happy with her. He was in the Republican primary. It's a wild story. He ended up fleeing the country. He's been extradited back, now charged with federal crimes. He was running against her, and he threatened to send a hit squad to eliminate her. The guy's name is William Bradoock. He claimed in a recorded phone call with a local activist that he would send a Russian and Ukrainian hit squad to eliminate Anna Paulina Luna from Florida. They were running against each other for a primary seat, and he's now been extradited. All right, he fled the country, and then he's been extradited back. Here's what the DOJ said about this wild story. Says that an indictment was unsealed charging a Florida man with threatening to kill his primary opponent in the 2021 election. Another one. And a private citizen and an acquaintance of his opponent, taking them all out. According to the indictment, the guy's name is William Robert Bradoock III, 41, of St. Petersburg, and Luna. They were candidates running against each other in a primary election for the 13th District of Florida. Victim 2 was a private citizen and an acquaintance of Luna. On June 8th, Bradoock made several threats to injure and eliminate Luna and 2 during a phone call with victim 2. Right? So gets on the phone. He says, you know what I'm going to do? He's on the phone with somebody who's related to Luna or connected to Luna. Says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call up my Russian-Ukrainian hit squad, and I'm going to make Luna disappear. And what is that? A Russian-Ukrainian hit squad? Like, is that like one of those weird superhero movies where like they have to come together, like they're enemies normally in one universe, but then the aliens are coming, so they have to like come together to fight against the bad aliens or something? Like some Unity film. After making the threats, Bradoock left the United States and was later found to be residing in the Philippines, okay? Bradoock was recently deported from the Philippines to the U.S. He made his first court appearance in LA. He was charged with 1 count of interstate transmission of a true threat to injure another person, 5 years prison if he's convicted. Federal judge will determine any sentence after considering the sentencing guidelines. The attorneys from the feds came out and talked about it. They're investigating the case with support from St. Petersburg police. FBI is involved. Trial attorney are also involved. And yeah, it's part of the DOJ's efforts to investigate election interference or election threats, really, towards workers, which this is a pretty big one. Under the leadership of Monaco, oh gosh. So Luna had a man threaten to eliminate her. So there's Luna. Newspaper reports in Florida at the time were about a civil trial, and Bradoock was also threatening her back then. Aides to Luna were unable to immediately comment as they dealt with recovery efforts. According to the indictment, he was going to call up his Russian-Ukrainian hit squad. Then he dropped out of the race, fled the United States. He was later found to be living in the Philippines. Recently was deported there. Luna is going to probably win re-election fairly easily, and the indictment comes down at a time when they're trying to clamp down on foreign threats or something. So another interesting one. We're glad that Luna is okay.